Hey, what's up guys? This is Cole with CJC Off-Road, and today I have a build that is very near and dear to me. That is my second gen. You guys have probably seen this before on our social media or on our previous video covering this truck, but now that I've owned this truck for about 3 years, we've made a lot of changes to it over the last couple of years, and I want to get you guys current. Last time you saw this truck, this was on a Carli commuter system. Really great all-around setup, but I wanted to put something a little more unique under it. So in this case, we actually upgrade to Carli's Dominator system. One of the really cool things with these Carli systems is the fact that these systems can actually be upgraded. So all the core components remain the same. So between a Carli commuter or Dominator system, for instance, you're basically a shock package away from going between the various Carli systems. So that is one of the really cool things that you don't see mentioned a whole lot online, is the fact that these Carli systems can be upgraded over time, which I did with this truck here. For those of you who aren't familiar, let's start from front to back with what we have on this truck. So this is a Carli Dominator system, Carli's control arms up front, Carli's full progressive rear leaf springs, and then we added Thurin's sway bar up front. So Thurin makes a really cool sway bar for these second gen trucks. It has Thurin's adjustable track bar, another really cool upgrade for these second gens. In my opinion, it's the best second gen track bar on the market. We added Synergy steering. So actually on our website, we have a section for front end upgrades for these second gen trucks. Basically, if you're looking for an all-in-one place to upgrade all of your truck's steering, you can actually see what we offer on those pages on this truck. Beyond that, we added EMF's ball joints. EMF, in my opinion, offers the best 00 to 02 ball joints on the market. I've been really happy with them on this truck, and they're extremely heavy duty. Something kind of unique to these second gen trucks is the fact that most companies don't offer everything needed to upgrade these trucks, right? So you'll likely get steering from one company, ball joints from another, maybe part of suspension from one company, part of your suspension from another. What we try to do on our website is actually give you a one-stop shop for everything you need. So whether it's steering, suspension upgrades, towing upgrades, all those sort of things, we actually offer all of that on our website in one place. And in my opinion, what this allows you to do is kind of get the best of both worlds when you're upgrading. So you kind of get, basically hand pick, right? The best steering, you can get the best ball joints, you can get the best track bar, the best suspension. And what that results in my opinion, is kind of the ultimate second gen setup for under these trucks. Now, somewhere between the last video and now, this truck got some power upgrades. Right now it's putting about 500 horsepower to the ground. And putting that power on the ground is actually a set of Toyo 37 12.5 17 MTs. It had ridge grapplers in the last video. I was looking at the truck one day and I was like, you know what, the Toyo MTs would be a little more period correct for it with these Robby Gordon wheels. So switched to the Toyos, which great tire, by the way, really aggressive looking tire. We were actually able to make those fit with the help of our friend Tony over at Autobahn Collision Center in Torrance. He actually sectioned the front fenders and made it so that this truck goes lock to lock with the 37s. And actually looks stock while doing it. So there's no visible cutting or anything like that with how he modified the front fenders. Wheels are something I actually had down a little bit. So they are Robby Gordon 17-inch simulated beadlocks. These were the cool wheel in the I'd say around 2003 to 2005. And being that this truck is back from that era, I really wanted to get a set of wheels that kind of complemented the build. So I ended up with these a while back, and I really like how they look on these trucks. Now these Robby Gordon wheels are actually 9 inches wide with a -12 offset, so they're actually pushed out there pretty far. So if, say at home you're looking to get your truck set up and trying to dial in a similar look, this setup actually requires a ton of trimming. In this case, I actually was able to locate a body shop and have them section the fender and make it look good. If you're looking to do the same kind of thing, I'd probably recommend doing that rather than just putting a big cut in the fender. Especially if you have a really clean truck, right? It's almost a shame taking a nice old second gen and cutting it. But when it's done right, which I feel like they did on this truck, that's actually a really nice look when they section the fenders. Now, this build has been a long time coming. Actually, back when I was a kid, I really liked the second gen trucks when they were kind of the latest and greatest thing on the road. And I always told myself I'd have a nice one someday. I actually had a very similar looking truck to this truck back when I was in college. It was a white Sport. It had Robby Gordon wheels on it. And A couple years ago was like, okay, how do I find a better version of this truck, something that I can mess around with now? So it took me a while, but I found this truck. It was a really clean truck with a manual transmission. It was garage since new, and kind of checked off all the boxes for what I was looking for. Now, this build didn't happen overnight. This has been the process of a couple of years. We understand this is a lot of money worth of parts on this truck, and not everyone just kind of throw all these parts to their truck in a week, right? So that's kind of like what we like to do here, is kind of help you guys throughout the build process. So just like how this truck was on a commuter for a while, then went to the Dominator, we can actually, throughout your build process, make recommendations to help get, the most value for the money spent and really dial in your truck the way you want it. All in all, the drivability in this truck is night and day from stock. It went from basically bouncing over every single little thing on the road to feeling very composed yet comfortable. In my opinion, this is a way to really modernize these old trucks. Keep in mind the suspension on a second gen now, the tech is like 30 years old, right? And so we've come a long way since then. And fortunately, the aftermarket's really stepped in to kind of help modernize how these trucks drive and ride, which is what we've applied here with this build. So I hope you guys enjoyed following along with this build with me as much as I have. There's still hopefully more to come with this build in the future. Although for now, I'm actually really happy with this truck, how it sits. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. We really appreciate you guys watching, and thank you.